Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and we have a gym to do. The final gym, no less. It is up here. Once you complete the radio tower, you gain access to it. Before, I think this guy right here would be blocking it. But he is no longer doing such a thing, which is very nice. And look at all that lava. Now, you might think that this is a fire gym because of it. However, no, it is actually a dragon-type gym, which is kind of slightly really worrisome. Just, yeah, dragons. We haven't really met up with any of those at all in this game. And here's our first one, Dratini. Dragons are weak to dragon type and ice type as well. So that's what you're gonna want to go by. They are resistant to several types, such as fire, grass, water, electricity, all the elements really. I consider those to be the elements, I guess. Did I say grass? If not, then grass, and I'm sure that there are a couple others, but right now they aren't coming to mind. They aren't nearly as defensive as steel types are. Those resist pretty much everything that isn't super effective against them. But yeah, so we have a strength puzzle, kind of like the one that we had in the ice path, although I think it's easier, honestly. So we're just gonna have Heracross go around and move these boulders. Gotta drop them in all the holes, and we will eventually create a path on the first floor that will give us a pathway to the actual gym leader. So we're going to be spending quite a bit of time on this here second floor. They put the ice path, speaking of that, there just in case you didn't have an ice type, which you really shouldn't. I don't think that any of the Pokemon that you could catch before would be ice type. But basically you can use that to grab an ice type so you have something that's super effective against the Pokemon in the gym. Some trainers also use Horsey and Seadra. Those aren't dragon type, they're just water type. So you can use the normal anti-water type stuff against them, I guess, if you want to call it that. Basically grass or electricity, or you could just have Heracross destroy everything, because, you know, we haven't seen enough Heracross as it is. But yeah, the reason that Seadra and Horsey are in here is because they have a new evolved form that becomes a dragon type or part dragon type, and we'll see that later on. Here's another guy, a Horsey. They're really, I think, let me quickly, yeah, I'm pretty sure that there are only 4 Dragon-type Pokemon in this game, and that's Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, and they have a whole evolutionary line, and Kingdra, which is Seadra's evolved form, which is Water Dragon-type, and I'm pretty sure that's all of them. I'm pretty sure there isn't another one that was added Generation 2 that I'm forgetting. Yeah, that's all of them. I'm 99% sure. So yeah, those are the only dragon types around here. So much like the Ecruteak gym, there really isn't a whole lot of variety in the Pokemon here. Luckily they have a couple more just because they're semi-randomly using Horsey and Seadra as well. I think I screwed that up. Yes, I did. I'm supposed to push this one on the left, which is just great. Luckily, there's this literally right here, so we can go back down, and yeah, there we go. What is nice, though, compared to Ecruteak Gym, is that the battles go a heck of a lot faster, probably because dragons aren't as defensive as ghost types are. And I have more team members now, and the battles go a heck of a lot quicker. Also, the trainers just seem to use less Pokemon. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, no, that's right. For a second, I thought I was going to push it down the stairs. That's what I was supposed to do, but no. Alright then. So, yep, as you can see, we now have a pathway, I guess you could call it. So, yeah, and now we can just walk across, and we're getting really close to the gym leader. But as I was saying, in Ecruteak Gym, there were trainers that had like 5 or 6 Ghastly. In this one, every single trainer has no more than like 3 Pokemon. And then there's a gym leader, which I think she has 4. Dragon Rage, just as of note, it is an attack that always does 40 damage. It was the only Dragon-type move in Generation 1, which basically meant that dragons only had an Ice-type weakness. Because, I mean, a set 40 damage is not affected by super effectiveness, it's the only Dragon-type move. Dragon had no weakness. So Dratini and Dragonair, they were only weak to Ice. And then Dragonite was weak to Ice, and then also Rock. And I think that's all of them, yeah, pretty much. Because he had an additional Flying type. So So just kind of an interesting little note. They added a couple more dragon moves in this game, although none of them are really too good. In fact, I think Twister is the only one that was added. There might be one more. In fact, I'm going to go look. It wasn't until Generation 3, though, that dragon became a pretty good attacking type when they added Outrage. At least I'm pretty sure that was added Generation 3. It might have been added Generation 2, although I don't know. Generation 2 dragon type moves. Currently looking this up while we're fighting another stupid trainer. So if it were to load up. Yep, there we go. Okay, load. Okay, we can just scroll through this then. Let's see here. Also, yeah, there was not... I am not forgetting a dragon type, luckily. Okay, so there's Dragon Rage, Dragon Breath, which is alright. Oh, hey! Outrage was introduced Gen 2. Okay, then. Well, barely anything uses it, only Dragonite. But still, it's... Outrage is a really good attack, just by the way. And then Twister. So there were 4 Dragon-type moves in this game. Dragon Rage, Dragon Breath, Outrage, and Twister. So, yeah... There are also only 13 Dragon-type moves in the entire game. I never really thought of that. And it looks like 2. Yeah, 2 of them are Pokemon-specific. Roar of Time and Spatial Rend being for Dialga and Palkia only, respectively. So, yeah. Oh, Kingdra can learn Outrage, apparently. Okay, then. Well, in that case, that's a thing. Okay, we just beat our first Pokemon. It was probably a Dragonair. I'd place some pretty good money on that. Because of the low amounts of dragons in this game, she has a lot of the same Pokemon. Yep, there's Dragon Breath. It's an alright one. Slightly better than Twister, although still not that good. Although it does have a chance to paralyze, so watch out for that. Otherwise, Heracross, you know, just continue horning everything. And yeah, pretty much it. Okay, Psyduck's still getting experience. Hopefully it'll evolve soon. Another Dragonair. Pretty sure the first one was also a Dragonair, although I will feel kind of dumb if it wasn't. More Dragon Breath, it smells bad, and luckily, or unluckily I guess, Heracross is already paralyzed, so he's not going to get paralyzed again. Although definitely luckily, he's not being affected by the paralysis in the slightest, although his speed is lower, so the Dragonair is getting more attacks off, so that's slightly annoying, but still it's not too bad. God, so many critical hits. Unfortunately, that was at the wrong time, Heracross. You have Fire Emblem Syndrome in you when you get a critical hit on the second attack when it no longer matters. And here we have Kingdra. Kingdra is extremely annoying. Because of its water typing, the only type that it is weak to is Dragon. Guess what you don't have access to at all yet in the game? A Dragon type. Or Dragon type moves, really. So you just have to deal normal damage to this thing until it eventually dies. And it has a really good move pool, too. Dragon Breath could be better. Dragon Rage would be better, heck. But it has Surf, and I think it might have Rest or something. It is just incredibly annoying. So we're gonna bring... Oh, Smokescreen. That's even more annoying. It lowers your accuracy. That's just great. But seriously, it seems like every single Water or Dragon-type Gym Leader... Well, except in Gen 5, I guess. But especially in 3rd generation, they always had a Kingdra. And Kingdra is incredibly annoying. Especially in Emerald, where the Kingdra in that game that I'm thinking of had, like, Double Team and Rest, and then Surf, and maybe, like, Outrage or something, I don't know. Smokescreen, maybe? No, doubt it. It probably had another attacking move that I can't currently remember. Oh, well. Meganium, it's been a long time since we've seen you, buddy. Okay, we're just gonna Razor Leaf it up because that has stab damage, and because of its water typing, that will do at least normal damage. Won't be super effective, though, because of the dragon typing. And there we go, we beat it. We get some experience. Well, level 30. Is that when Psyduck evolves? It's at least really close. I don't know what level it evolves, really. Yes, you lost. 8th gym badge, finally. Our journey is really getting close to an end. We already have all 8 gym badges, and now it's just onto the Pokemon League. Okay. I'm not. I have all 8 badges. That means I'm ready. Oh, you're not gonna give me the gym badge yet, are you? Well, alright then. Looks like I have to do one more thing. Also, why is that rock just in a random place? The one to the left there. I have no idea. Ah, well, let's just get out of here and go to the Dragon's Den thing. As though we haven't fought enough of the same Dragon-type Pokemon already, we have a couple more to go. Quite a few, actually. Yeah, it's just great. So right behind here, actually gonna go heal, so never mind for a second. Yeah, healing, because Ariados and Heracross at least fainted. And also, Psyduck did not, evolve, obviously. Why I had to walk all the way down there in the first place and not just, like, stop the video, run to the Pokemon Center quickly, and then start the video back in front of the gym again, I have no idea, but whatever. Okay, so now this place is unlocked, the Dragon's Den. So, we are immediately greeted by a battle with a guy who has the same Pokemon as we've been fighting this entire video. So yeah, because of that, I'm not a huge fan of this area. If there were more Dragon types, I'd be cool with it, but it's just another Dragonair at the same level the gym leader had, no less. And it's using Dragon Rage. Why is Claire the gym leader? This guy's better than her. Well, I guess she has the Kingdra, and she's the only one with a Kingdra, but if she gave him the Kingdra, he could be the gym leader, really, honestly. Oh well. So, even more Dragon types we have to deal with. It's not that great, although it's good experience. And there really are no wild Pokemon in this area either. There's Magikarp, which is kind of weird, although those evolve into Gyarados, which kind of looks like a dragon. There have actually been rumors that Gyarados is meant to be a water dragon type. That would mean that it would have the only weakness it would have would be dragon. And I have said dragon so many freaking times in this video, I just now realized. But anyways, its only weakness would be dragon type. And the only dragon type move in that game was Dragon Rage, which did a set 40 damage, so essentially Gyarados would have no weakness, which would not be good and it would make it super overpowered. Now, why they haven't in the future made Gyarados a water dragon type, just changed its flying type, I have no idea. And at this point, they probably never will, honestly. But you know, whatever, Kingdra's kind of filling in that niche, I guess. So, we can deal. Okay. Honestly, I should put up a little counter for how many times I've said the word dragon, but I'm probably too lazy to. Honestly, I don't want to go and do that and whatever. So, here we have these little twins. I wonder what type of Pokemon they have. Let's find out. Yep, it's another dragon. As well as, Magikarp, you can also find Dratini in the water here, although it's a heck of a lot more rare. Although, if you do the, upcoming thing correctly, you can get a Dratini. A special one, in fact. Oh, I just accidentally sped through their message, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you do this upcoming thing correctly, you can get the Dratini, and it'll even have a special move. You'll still get a Dratini no matter what, as long as you pass. I'm pretty sure you can't not pass. Well, actually, you might. I'll get into that in a second. Oh boy, what is it? It's a Magikarp. Oh boy, I forgot to cut this out. Let's just quickly run away. Get out of here, Heracross. Yeah, forgot to cut that. That's just great. Oh well, it's... out of all the random battles I've gotten into in this game, to show that one, you know, it's just whatever. It's meaningless. Okay, so here we are. This area looks kind of cool. Those Charizard statues, well, actually, they're not Charizard statues. They're really just serpent dragon type things. You can see the things coming out of the wall there. So we have this little quiz game, I guess. And if you want that special Dratini I mentioned earlier, you want to answer these questions the way I'm answering them. And if you do this, you will both complete Claire's thing that you have to do to get the actual badge, and you can get the special Dratini. If you answer them differently, I think you still get the badge, but you won't get the special Dratini. You could also still get a Dratini, but it won't have the special move that I mentioned. No, I did not, in fact. I passed with flying colors. Yes, I did pass, well, I guess I'm mute, so I really didn't tell you that. Oh, well. Oh, you haven't and you're the gym leader? I guess that means that I could be the Blackthorn gym leader. I mean, why not? Just give me a couple days to go to the Pokemon League and win that, and then I'll come and be the gym leader for you guys. Okay, so yep, she understands. Give me that badge. The Rising Badge. There we go. 8 badges. Now we can go on to the Pokemon League for real this time. Okay, so we can now climb waterfalls or whatever. That really isn't used until post-game stuff. But, you know, whatever. It's actually, you do need it for the main game. Never mind. There's one waterfall that you need to scale. Just to make sure you don't go to the Pokemon League too early, you know? Oh well. So, we go ahead and talk to these guys. I'm kind of looking for which one will give me the Dratini. Because I had never gotten it before. This is my first time getting it. I didn't even know that these guys gave you a Dratini until recently. Okay, so I'm like, okay, where's my Dratini? So I try leaving, and then Claire pops up again. Because, as you know, the gym leader always gives you a TM as well. And she gives you Dragon Breath. It still smells. And she actually says something, yeah. It doesn't have anything to do with her breath, oh no. It's just a funny line. That is like the single funny line in this entire game, I swear. They really do need to crack more jokes in Pokemon with the characters or whatever. You know, I think it would just have like a comedic relief type of character or something, I don't know. Okay, so go ahead, re-enter this building, talk to this guy again, you'll get Dratini, and it will have the move Extreme Speed in its move pool if you answer those questions the same way I did, which is a really good move. It has priority, which means it will always go first, no matter whether you're actually slower or not, although Dratini is barely ever slower, honestly. But still, it's good to have, and it has 80 base power. It is a normal type attack, so it's a move that will always go first with 80 base power. It's pretty good. So with that, we can go ahead and leave this area, and maybe catch some Pokemon around the surrounding area now. Also, just to note, when you leave the Dragon Den, Professor Elm is all like, hey, I have something to give you. You should come over to my lab. We'll do that in a minute. Once you get all 8 badges and leave the Dragon Den, he will always call you to do that. We still haven't shown him the Togepi that hatched from the egg, and we never will. He just gives you an Everstone for that, and I don't care about the Everstone at all. Like, when I was younger, I never understood why you would want to not evolve a Pokemon. Although, now I understand of its certain hidden properties, where if you have a Pokemon holding it and you breed it, the offspring will... It has about a 95% chance of getting the nature of the one holding the Everstone. So it makes breeding really good Pokemon a heck of a lot easier. Anyways, here we are at Route 45. Here's another entrance to Dark Cave, which I still have not explored and probably never will. And we have some new Pokemon here as well, which I'm going to go and catch. Here we have a Gligar, which is a ground flying type. Seems like a bit of an oxymoron, I guess, in a way. Ground and flying. But it's a pretty interesting typing. Unfortunately, Gligar's types are all kind of meh. All of Gligar's types, did I say? I meant all of his stats are kind of meh, if I did say that. Luckily, in Gen 4, he evolves into Gliscor, which is a really awesome Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's one of those that you can't get until post-game! Seriously, all the Pokemon that I want to use in that freaking game is found in post-game. I hate it. Ah well. So, if my dog would ever stop barking, we will now start chucking Ultra Balls at it, and we'll hopefully catch it. We have 18 of them, that's a pretty good amount. So, let's go ahead and catch this guy. So overall, his stats really aren't that great in the slightest, unfortunately. And his types are pretty good. Ground is a really good type, in my opinion. Flying is alright. But there we go, we got Gligar, and he's just gonna go into the box and will never be seen again. I really like his design, too, and Gliscor's. Just a shame that he kind of sucks in this game. Okay, here we have a Donphan, which is a ground type. I think this one can only be found in the day or something like that. So yeah, I want to catch it now. It has Fury Attack or whatever. It's a strict ground type, kind of really slow, but otherwise it's alright. I'm not all too interested in it. It's pretty defensive and offensive, but very slow and has a crap special attack, which I mean, it doesn't need that, so whatever. But yeah, it's just I don't really like Donphan too much. His design is cool. I wish there were more elephant Pokemon. But yeah, well, whatever. I used to really like though in the anime how he always rolled up into that ball and used rollout all the time or whatever it was. It was just a really cool way to attack in my opinion. Too bad there's no real way to show that in the actual game. But that's about the only redeeming factor for Donphan in my opinion. Also, this Fury attack is getting really annoying. And of course he's gonna get all 5 hits again in, right? Oh, he only got in 4 this time, you know, whatever. Okay, so let's just throw the Ultra Ball, and hopefully catch it. Also, my Pokemon just turned into a Heracross, yes, of course. Makes complete and total sense. No, my original one didn't faint or anything like that. Of course not. Oh well. And it is actually the evolved form of Phanpy, but I couldn't find a Phanpy, so instead we're just gonna breed that Donphan to get the Phanpy. We'll do that in a short while. But you can get Phanpy around here somewhere, and also in the route after this one. After this one, it's one of the first routes in the game. If you go there in the morning, you can find one. But unfortunately, I was always too tired to wake up early enough to catch Pokemon in the morning. Here we have Skarmory, which is a very awesome looking Pokemon. It is a Steel Flying type. Too bad you get it really late in this game, but it's a very, very, very good wall. Just by the way. I really like its design as well. I hope it gets an evolution in 6th gen. Or, heck, a baby evolution for Skarmory is most likely one of the very few baby pre-evolutions that I would actually like. Probably. I mean, Skarmory just looks so cool, and I just imagine that his baby form will look really cool as well. And I could respect it, unlike most of the other baby Pokemon in this game. My voice is really going out. 22 minutes, holy crap. But yeah, here we have a Skarmory. Unfortunately, we get it so late. I thought about using it in my team, but we just got it way too late for me. Although then again, I am going to use the Pokemon that we find even later than this, but you know. Still. So there we go, we have Skarmory, and that's it for this video. So I'm going to get black screen most likely. I will see you all in the next one, where we will fight this guy or something. Yep, this is really that transition. See you all next time. Goodbye.